Oba Femi marched toward the ring in Dallas, and standing beside Paul Heyman were what appeared to be real police officers. Seconds later, one of those officers told Femi he was under arrest. It looked like WWE was about to remove one of its biggest stars from television before he could even make it to Hell in a Cell. But nothing was as it seemed. Welcome back to WWE ARENA. This wasn't just another over-the-top WWE segment. It was psychological warfare, and Paul Heyman was the mastermind behind it. Heyman opened the show carrying himself like he'd already won. Flanked by Dallas police officers, he claimed he'd gone through the legal system to protect Brock Lesnar. According to Heyman, he'd called in an old favor with a judge and secured a restraining order preventing Oba Femi from getting anywhere near Lesnar. Then he added another twist. He joked that he'd also arranged a restraining order for Lesnar, saying his client respected the law enough to honor it. The look on Lesnar's face suggested even he wasn't expecting that part of the speech. Before anyone could process what was happening, Oba Femi's music hit. Femi walked to the ring without the slightest hesitation. He wasn't intimidated, he wasn't confused, he simply stepped between the ropes as if none of Heyman's claims mattered. That's when Heyman pointed directly at him and ordered the officers to act. One officer approached Femi and informed him that he was under arrest for violating the supposed court order. For a few seconds, it felt completely believable. Fans watched as more officers surrounded the ring, wondering if WWE had found one of the most creative ways ever to write a superstar off television. Then everything exploded. Femi responded the only way he knows how. He launched one officer over the top rope, dropped another with a thunderous spine buster, and within moments, every officer was laid out around ringside. The attempted arrest was over almost as quickly as it had begun. No handcuffs, no arrest, just total destruction. At first glance, it looked like Heyman's entire plan had fallen apart. Later in the night, though, WWE revealed the real story. Backstage, Adam Pearce spoke with Oba Femi and made it clear that there was never any legitimate restraining order. The police officers and the legal documents were all part of Heyman's elaborate mind game, designed to throw Femi off before Hell in a Cell. What made the moment even more interesting was Femi's reaction. He wasn't angry. He wasn't embarrassed. Instead, he almost expected it. Femi made it clear that tricks like these only proved one thing. Paul Heyman knows exactly how dangerous he is, and that's why he keeps searching for ways to gain an advantage before they ever step inside the cage. If you're enjoying this breakdown, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to WWE ARENA because we're covering every twist on the road to Hell in a Cell and beyond. Now, here's what many fans overlooked. The goal was never really to have Oba Femi arrested. That was simply the distraction. Heyman's real objective was making sure Brock Lesnar never had to lay a finger on Femi before their showdown. The instant the situation turned physical, Lesnar and Heyman backed away, while the officers became the barrier between them and Femi. By the end of the segment, Lesnar walked away untouched. Mission accomplished. From Heyman's perspective, the plan worked perfectly. He created confusion, controlled the conversation, and protected his client without Lesnar absorbing any damage before one of the biggest matches of the year. But there's another side to the story. Instead of shaking Oba Femi's confidence, the stunt may have strengthened it. Once Pearce exposed the deception, Femi looked even more convinced that his opponents were running out of answers. If Heyman needed fake legal orders and hired officers just to keep Lesnar safe for one more night, what happens when the cage door closes? Inside Hell in a Cell, there are no restraining orders, no police officers, no escape routes, only two men, and one brutal fight. That may be exactly why this segment matters. It wasn't about an arrest. It was about showing just how far Paul Heyman is willing to go to protect Brock Lesnar before the inevitable collision. Now I want to hear your opinion. Did Paul Heyman outsmart everyone with another brilliant manipulation? Or did this entire stunt simply prove that Oba Femi has already gotten inside Lesnar's head? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to WWE ARENA, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next major WWE story. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.